All right. Since last stream was so successful, we had Lou hop in, we had Ape Father pop in. Decided to do this thing again. Again, a little bit different. I do have my charts here with me, but you guys are gonna have to just deal with looking at me. So I'm just gonna wait a couple minutes, let people file in. I know it's late night, but we're gonna be talking about AMC, Ape, GME on this late night talk. And don't mind me, but I might fire one up. All right, so I'm gonna hop in back with the premise that I was talking about earlier with AMC and GME. Also, I got the charts here in front of me. So I'm looking at a few things. I don't know if you guys noticed with AMC and GME on the daily time frame, but it's looking extremely bullish here on the charts. So we're going to talk about that as well. Also, if you guys have any questions, you go ahead and ask me down in the chat below. I do see the chat, so go ahead and ask me the questions. Give a few people, give it a few minutes for people to file in here. Can y'all hear? Let me know if y'all can hear. All right. All right, cool. Cool, we can hear. Chat is up. All right. So, yeah, as I was saying, guys, I don't know if you realize, but daily time frame is looking good. I apologize, you guys can't see the charts. We will work that out in the future. I'm going to get you guys so you can do the screen. I'm going to do the whole OSB studio hookup and all that stuff. But looking here on the daily charts and the time frame for AMC, it's extremely bullish. Plus, we have to look at these numbers with the cost to borrow, and going to also be talking about cryptocurrency, hopping into that as well. Also going to be talking about 8 GME, obviously. I don't know if anyone holds Bed Bath & Beyond, but Bed Bath & Beyond has been making moves as well. I know some people said they were holding Mullen. So if you guys have any questions about that, go ahead and ask me. All right, let me pull up a few things here. Yeah, Lou of Wall Street was in the chat earlier. Very successful stream, and I appreciate each and every one of you that joined me as well. But again, let's go ahead and hop into what we're looking at here. So people were asking me things to do after the mall, so I'm going to be talking about that. Things I'm personally going to be doing is investing in Bitcoin, and reason why I'm going to be investing in Bitcoin in particular is because the way that the money is printed, I wish I could show you guys the chart, but the M2 money supply, okay, this is something I need to talk about in my videos, the M2 money supply, things like that. They are literally robbing us of our money. They print money right now. So here, just think of it as this way. If you have a savings account with $1,000 in it, you have $1,000 in your savings account, and inflation keeps going up and up and up and up, things keep costing more and more and more to buy. Lose back. All right, you hear me? Why would I lose? Come on. They're all they're fighting in the stream. But anyways, let me stay on track here. Hold on, let me pull up the chat here on the side too. Pull the chat up here. This way I can see it a lot better. You said ban Lou from the chat. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll work with that. All right, so what was I talking about? All right, so inflation, guys, inflation. And the reason why I'm so big on Bitcoin, all right, so the reason why I'm so big on Bitcoin is because if you have $1,000 in your savings, again, we're just using basic numbers. What's up, bro? Just using basic numbers here. If you have $1,000 in your savings account and inflation keeps going up and up and up and up, and everything keeps costing more and more and more, that $1,000 might stay the same, but it doesn't keep buying the same thing. Now, the reason why it's important to hold Bitcoin and things like that is because they maintain their value. Yes, it's very, very volatile, but one Bitcoin always equals one Bitcoin, and that's what you got to think of. It's a different type of currency, and this is why I'm taking most of my gains and rolling them into Bitcoin. Again, I called this the master trade. This is a trade that I've been thinking about for a while because I knew that AMC MOAS would happen in a downturn of the economy. I already knew that it would probably be a recession. It was a long thought theory that it would be a recession or even that AMC squeeze could cause a crash itself. What if the government decides to interfere with Bitcoin? All right, so let me tell you why the government. So they can quote unquote ban Bitcoin, but how are you going to ban Bitcoin? The only way to get rid of Bitcoin is to turn off the whole entire internet. You would have to turn off the whole internet. It's an internet protocol. It's going to exist, and you're starting to have the government turn around to it as well. You're seeing a narrative with the Fed and stuff like that coming out saying Bitcoin has staying power. You're seeing the BlackRock ETF. I'm telling you guys, the smart money was late to the party on Bitcoin, and they're about to start pushing things up. They're about to start pushing Bitcoin up. If we go ahead and look at the Bitcoin charts, right now we are seeing a little bit of pullback, but it's still holding that 30K level. The one thing that I am going to be putting out a video on soon is this potential double top that we have on Bitcoin here at this 31K level. So that is something I want to point out, that we could see a move to the downside. Why don't you do a live? Why do you do live? You don't do live stream. Why now? Because they're popping, bro. That's why. It's like, I'm gonna do more live streams, bro. Like you said, because I can. Like, that's a dumbass question. Why would you even ask stuff like that? That's dumb as shit. But yeah. Anyways, man, I'm a huge Bitcoin bull. I think the fundamentals are what's going to drive Bitcoin to be one of the most valuable assets that we have ever seen. Yeah, 2 lives in one night, right? 2 lives in one night. We had to do it because it was so well received. I had to do it. I'll do more lives like this. Right now, I don't have OBS hooked up the best, so I will do more lives like this. If you guys want to see more lives like this, go ahead and press like, press subscribe, get this video out there, share it to everyone. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more live streams, because I will do more lives like this. Unfortunately, I have the charts here with me, and I have this little crazy background. I don't know what's going on in the background in the computer, but I'm going to figure out how to put the OBS on for you guys and hook it up nice. Start doing live streams like Matt Kors all day. Also, like, I wanted to point out, I know I said this earlier in the other live stream, but for people that didn't see that, at least 200K, I really appreciate it. How high will Bitcoin go in 5 years? That's a good question. How high will Bitcoin go in 5 years? Let me see. How high will Bitcoin go in 5 years? All right, so this is going to sound crazy, right? This is going to sound crazy. So I think the next Bitcoin bull run is going to hit like 80K, 100K. And that's in 2023, 2024, around that range, maybe 2025. So I think Bitcoin could possibly hit like 250, half a mil a coin in 5 years, 1 million, as crazy as it sounds. I know that's a crazy number. I know it's a crazy number, but if we see hyperinflation, like I think we're gonna see, and we see the inflation that I think we're gonna see, 500,000 a coin is going to be hit easy. 500,000 coin is going to be easy. And right now what they're doing is trying to let this old system get destroyed. This is all things I want to cover so bad, guys. Like they're trying to destroy the new current system and roll in the central bank digital currencies. What they're doing right now, they're literally, that's why it seems like they don't care. They're not trying to fix the situation. If you are watching what's going on right now, it seems like they're not trying to fix the situation. Like everyone's just partying to the end of the cliff, like the Great Depression, just partying to the end of the cliff. Markets rallying, everyone's just living on like it's good. Bankers are borrowing money, but the reason why is because they're not trying to save the system. They know it's done, and they're about to roll in a new system with the central bank digital currency. And the reason why CBDCs are so bad is because it's programmable money. So say they give out a stimulus check, right? And they give out a stimulus check, and for example, or they start UBI, Universal Basic Income. Say they start something like that. Now they'll be able to say, hey, you can only spend this check on this, this, and this by this, and this date. So now you have them controlling the money, and the money is what gives you freedom. The more money and wealth you maintain, the more freedom that you get. And that's why they want to control every asset of your life. Like, I'm big on this tech stuff. I don't know if you guys seen my channel before this, but I'm really big into cybersecurity. And guys, they are watching everything with our phones, with our computers. They see everything. They want total control. And what they're going to be able to do with the central bank digital currency and this structure that they have with the internet and all the information they're getting, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be like, I know we're off topic right now, but it's going to be like the movies that you guys see. What's a good movie? Like Ready Player One. It's going to be like Ready Player One. Like everyone's going to be living in squabbles while the rich are super powerful, have all the control. Like we have tech, we have really good tech and stuff like the Apple glasses. This is all stuff that's coming down the pipeline. Mark my words, y'all. The future is gonna be wild. So we gotta get this bag now. Like, this is all stuff I want to cover. We gotta get this bag now because from AMC, we gotta get this bag now and really take this money and change our lives. Like change everything, because we are gonna need a lot of money for what's coming. You guys got any questions? You guys got any questions? Looking through the chat. Or you just enjoying what I'm talking about? All right, don't mind me. Y'all already know I got my medical card, so I'm gonna fire one up. Yeah, y'all been taking advice from a pothead. It's like, no, let me shut the fuck up, yo. Yeah, we're gonna get real in these streams, y'all. We're gonna get real in these streams. Y'all gonna get to learn data zero a little bit more. I'm in my studio right now. All right, so yeah, before I got on this whole rant with Bitcoin and central bank digital currencies, and basically what they're doing right now is FedNow is the precursor to central bank digital currencies. If y'all guys want me to talk about something else, go ahead and let me know. I will talk about something else. I'll talk about AMC and stay on topic. But East Coast, yeah, I'm on the East Coast. Yep, it's about 12 right now. It's probably like, what time is it in Cali? It's probably like 8 o'clock. I think it's like 4 hours behind us. Gave me this military time. Yeah, I'm on the East Coast, y'all. Shout out to everyone that's on the West Coast. But anyways, trying to figure out if I want to keep talking about CBDCs. Shout out Hawaii. Shout out Canada. Shout out Mizzo. Shout out Kevin. Shout out AG. Shout out Mario. Press like, subscribe, get it out there. I know it's late, but you guys are chilling with me and I really appreciate it. MMAT, I think I just seen MMAT. I really shouldn't be smoking, not lie, but it's too late now. All right, y'all. MMA thoughts on MMAT. Isn't that So I can't really give you any information on MMAT because I'm not in that stock enough to really speak with authority on it. Why do most AMCs poo-poo TA? Bro, you can say what you want, but my TA is better on point, bro. You can say what you want, but I've done crazy things, like called the price 4 days in a row before the end of day price, 4 days in a row. Like, do you even know the odds, bro? Come on, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, bro. Every day I get on here and tell you guys if it's gonna be red or green. I'm actually really excited about what's happening with AMC and the TA on the daily time frame. I wish I could show you guys the charts, but I didn't look at it on the video, but on the daily time frame, we're looking really good. And I don't think anyone realizes that we held $4.20 while they're trying to push us down, while the SPY is absolutely tanking to the downside right now. SPY is absolutely taking a dump, and AMC is holding up at 420 support, not crashing to the downside. We also have a massive falling wedge on the daily time frame. We also have, what else we got? You already know. Don't make me go in video mode and start going off on all the bullish metrics. What's your take? All right, so on the settlement case, if you guys want my honest opinion on the settlement case, first of all, I think the reverse split is bad. Like, people get so mad when I say this, like the yes voters or people like that. I don't even care if you voted yes. You guys can think whatever you want on this channel. You can do whatever you want. You can have a free mind. That's what I promote. But I think the reverse split is bad, okay? So that's first of all what you need to understand. Now, second of all, for the whole court case and everything going on, my honest opinion, I think that it's fun to shake people out. I think that I know this is going to sound crazy, but I think that everything is already planned and it's already decided. It's already decided the reverse split isn't going to happen. It's not going to happen. I know people are disappointed, but I think it's not going to happen. Or worst case scenario, it's going to be delayed, or they're going to have to, because there's a lot of moving parts right now, but they're going to have to go back to the drawing board and maybe do a just AMC with no ape. But the whole problem with it is, if it's very, very clear that ape, there's a problem with ape. Ape should have never been around. Ape is illegal. It's very, very obvious. They used ape to cook the vote. Now, that's not really the question, though. That I think a lot of people, this is going over a lot of people's head about the AMC settlement. Is that's not what they're asking in court right now. What they're asking is, do we have grounds for a settlement? They're not asking if ape was illegal. So yeah, that's true, but that's not a 100% guaranteed in the bag, like we got this thing. But I think the whole thing's FUD, in my personal opinion. I think it's meant to shake everyone out. That's why they're using FUD articles telling us that the conversion is going to come out, and then you'll see ape pump, and then you'll see AMC dump. Then I got a bunch of people in my channel saying, well, should I sell ape for AMC? That's exactly what they want you to do. They want you switching positions around and moving things around, selling. And that is the one thing that I noticed that gets apes to sell. Like, you got to think about this on a different mindset. Like, that is the one thing that gets people to sell. Like, everyone's like, oh, I won't sell. I won't sell. I won't sell. But they'll sell their ape to buy AMC. You still sold. You still sold, bro. And the thing is, like, it doesn't. Well, people say AMC and ape are the same thing. It's not. It's the same thing when it's converted. AMC live stream, cool. What's up from Quebec? Tommy, shout out. AMC bag holder, shout out. I got a medical card, so don't mind my medicine. Yeah, I appreciate all y'all stopping by too. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for real. Yeah, but for real, I think the whole thing is FUD in my opinion. I think it's meant to shake people out. And the thing, like, I'll be real with you guys about this court case. The court case has caused so much FUD. Like, even for me, like, I started thinking, like, well, should I make moves or nah, bro. Hold. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to shake us up. No, nope. I was like, oh, maybe I should, sell some ape for AMC or, I mean, no, bro. No. First of all, like I said in earlier stream, if for some crazy reason, like you got to have all your bases covered, but for some crazy reason the conversion or split does go through, right? And the thing is, like, I just don't want the reverse split. Like, I want to make that very clear. Like, I wish they would just go back to the drawing board and say, hey, we'll do the conversion, but we won't do no reverse split. You can even do the dilution. Just get rid of that reverse split. Like, why do we need the reverse split? Because I think the reverse split is the part of this that they will use. And hear me out on this, but I think they would use the reverse split. And I know yes voters are about to lose their mind, but I think they would use the reverse split to, one, cover, and we could see proof of this. So if the reverse split, for whatever happens, this is what I'm going to be looking at: short interest. I'm going to watch short interest before the reverse split and watch it after it. I think they're going to try to use that opportunity to cover during the reverse split. And I also think the FTDs are a massive, massive problem. The FTDs is the thing that's keeping track of all the stuff going on in the background, all the nonsense going on in the background. If they can get that reverse split, change the QSIP numbers and get rid of the FTDs, problem solved. Now they covered, and then hear me out on this. Now they covered, got rid of the FTDs, got rid of the evidence, and then make all their money back that they lost from buying at 800, 1,000% cost to borrow at a stock at 52-week lows. Make all their money back when this thing pops up to $30 and they short it back down to $5. And then, bro, and then hear me out. Now you got 100 shares, right? You got 100 shares, and let's just use basic numbers. You might have more shares, but we'll use 100 shares, right? I said this example earlier. Reverse splits comes, takes you down to 10 shares, right? It pops up to $30 and then goes back down to 5. You keep holding and holding and holding and holding because you think it's going to squeeze. Well, now you have 10 shares and it's back down to $5. You literally lost all your value. That is the biggest fear with AMC. Like, I'm telling you guys, man. So I want everyone that watches my channel, this lighter is trash. I want everyone that watches my channel to be prepared for what's coming. Like, I personally don't think that it's gonna happen and a reverse split's gonna happen, but the way I move, I cover all bases. So even if I'm very, very confident or very, very sure that a certain outcome is going to happen based off the research and technical analysis and all the stuff that I put together, all the facts, data, all the due diligence, if I think I have a certain outcome in the bag, you never have anything into the bag. You never count your chickens in before they hatch. So me personally, I'm gonna make sure I cover all my bases, and ape's a way to do that. AA stabbed us in the back with Project Popcorn. See, and that's the thing. Like, I don't want to alienate anybody. I don't want to make anyone feel any type of way about voting yes or anything like that. This lighter is garbage. I might have to get another lighter, y'all. I have one over there off camera, so I might have to get that lighter. But anyways, I don't want to alienate like half the AMC community. I don't want to do that. But that's the thing, like people that voted yes and stuff like that. I hate saying yes and no voters because it's so diversive. But people that voted yes are failing to see that Adam Aaron really ain't on our side, yo. Adam Aaron, what did Adam Aaron do to help us? You guys seen what happened to Mullen just now when they announced that they were hiring someone to investigate naked short selling? Why can't Adam Aaron say that? Why can't Adam Aaron do that? Why can't Adam Aaron buy shares like GME Ryan Cohen? Why can't Adam Aaron do that? You seen how much GME rallied after that? These are just simple things. Instead, Adam Aaron is doing backhanded deals, and even if you don't think it was a backhanded deal, he's still doing shady stuff to negate our what we're saying. We told you no dilution, and now he's doing all this shady stuff to get dilution anyways. And even if you think it's to help the company, we still said no as shareholders. You don't gotta rob our value to take. You don't gotta rob our value to save AMC. You don't gotta rob our value. First of all, I know me personally and a bunch of apes that will go buy anything that AMC puts out right now, any product that AMC puts out right now. So why would you have to rob shareholders to provide value when you can make the credit cards, the popcorns, and the profit margins on that stuff is insane? If you can do all that stuff, why do you got to rob shareholders? It's because, and people are going to hate, some people are going to hate me for saying this, it's because he's not on our side and he's working. He says one thing to our face, but behind our back, he's doing a whole nother thing. And I'm trying to wake people up to this. Adam Aaron is not our friend. Like, and people are like, well, then why do you buy the company and bash on the CEO? Listen, I used to like Adam Aaron. I was like, yeah, Adam Aaron's the man. Ape, yeah, he made Ape. It's going to destroy the short sellers. Look back on my channel. I keep it 100 with you guys. Look back on my channel. Receipts is on there. I was with that. Ape's going to cause a squeeze. All that, right? No. Look, there comes a point in a time when you got to wake up and see things for what they really are. This guy, Phil, for real. What about him? I don't mind yes voters. You're trying to like say yes voters or something? I don't even like saying that. I don't mind them. This is just my opinion, man. This is just my opinion. And you guys can have your own opinion. And I actually want to engage with somebody that supports the other side, that's intelligent, and just have a conversation with these people and try to see maybe if we can come to a medium ground. I think the community would actually benefit a lot from that if maybe someone like me and then someone that really supports yes voters, or me and then someone else, like have a debate, two of us that support no, two of us that support yes, and instead of arguing with each other and spreading hate with each other and dividing the community, which is what they want to do anyways, divide and conquer. Like that's one of the basic playbooks. And that's another thing that this whole vote did, is why I'm thinking that this whole thing is FUD, because not only did it help spread fear, uncertainty, and doubt, this court case, but it also helped divide the community. And I'm thinking these guys are on a bigger playbook. They're using they're smart. These are intelligent people. They made billions of dollars. These are intelligent people we're dealing with. They're smart. They're sophisticated. They have a lot of money. They're playing chess. They're not playing checkers. Not only did the court case cause a ton of FUD, but it gave them ammo to spread. It gave them ammo to like shake people up, doing the Ape and AMC pump and dumps, putting out fake articles. But it divided the community like crazy. So these are just things that I'm looking at personally. 2008, 300 or 2000. That's a good. I would say that's a good ratio. 2,608, 300, or 2,600 AMC, 358. I hold half and half personally. Roll up, yeah. Hell yeah, man. Roll up. Cheers. Cheers. Phil for real is on the wrong track. You have to understand the yes vote. Yes, the yes vote is not bueno. Yeah, that's just, And I think if you run back with what I just said on this video, you guys would see that the yes vote is dangerous. Like the status quo for right now, so hear me out on this one. The status quo for AMC right now, we have shorts trapped. Literally all we need to do is wait. The FTDs are racking up. The cost of borrows racking up. The interest rates are rising. They don't have the infinite money glitch no more. All we got to do is wait. We don't need the reverse split to squeeze. We just need time. And I know that's not what everyone wants to hear. It doesn't matter how long it takes. If I'm making life-changing gains, I'll wait that long. But I think with the downturn of the economy, that this thing's going to squeeze. So I think it's only a matter of time, a very short matter of time. So we don't need a reverse split to squeeze. The reverse split is dangerous because they really can hope they can rug us with that. We can get rugged from that reverse split. Like, I don't want to cause fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Like, these are just realities we got to look at. Like, these are real things that could happen to a lot of people's money. But, I mean, at the end of this, it is what it is. Me personally, to make sure that I don't end up on the wrong side of things, like I said, I'm very confident in a certain outcome of this, but you never count your chickens before they hatch. And with this thing, they could do something diabolical. So me personally, I'm a hedge with 8. Also, if the reverse split, whatever reason does happen, also, so I'm a hedge with 8, and if the reverse split for whatever reason does happen, you get the settlement too. I mean, what else can you do? And hopefully I am wrong, and hopefully we see a squeeze right after the reverse split. Hopefully we do that. That's why I want to have a debate with someone that does support the yes vote, an intelligent conversation with the other side, just to see if I really think the community could benefit a lot from it, and just to see if there are any benefits from it. But as far as I can see, man, like even the people are saying like changing the QSIP number, that's not a guarantee. I mean, and then everyone will say, the yes people will say, I'm trying to think of some arguments. Like, they'll be like, well, I'll point out Mullen, or there's 100 other stocks that did reverse splits. BBIG just did a reverse split. BBIG just did a reverse split at like about, let me see. BBIG just did a reverse split. I think it was like from 60 cents or something like that. And it's back at $1. Well, people, and then they'll be like, well, it's not the same thing. A reverse split's a reverse split. TRKA just did a reverse split. TRK is holding up okay. TRKA did a reverse split. Potential short squeeze candidate. Went up to $4, down 50%. It's up about $2.27. It topped out at $4.30. Every time you hit the reverse split, the people that get out the earliest. So these are just things I'm looking at. Like I said, I got to keep it real with y'all. These are just things I'm looking at. Like, how is this good? How will that help? I don't see it. All right, so looking through the chat, seeing if you guys got any questions. AMC, GME meme stocks will cause liquidity crisis. Yes, John. So that's another thing I think. I think that the AMC and GME squeeze itself will cause a massive, I think, so this is very speculative. So I want to say that right off the bat. This is very, very speculative, but I think that AMC and GME itself could cause a massive, where's my money? Cause a massive market crash in itself. Like, these FTD numbers are ridiculous that we see on AMC. Where is my money coming from? Where's my money coming from to pay 4 million retail and a squeeze and hundreds of trains and losses? You know, where does the money come from when people make gains? I don't know. Bro, the short sellers, bro. The only thing that doesn't make sense with the AMC squeeze is when people say like a million a share, but people that say that a squeeze can't happen in general are not looking at the numbers. If you're trying to say a squeeze can't happen at all, I don't know. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments, Ryan, what you're trying to say. But if you're saying a squeeze can't happen at all, that don't make no sense. So the reason why a squeeze, I don't know if that's what you're saying, but the reason why a squeeze is very, very obviously, like very, very obviously capable of happening is there were so many retails piled on one side. We have shorts trapped on another that have been trapped for years that keep doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down, spending insane amount of money. Like what? 22.6% short interest. I think Volkswagen had like 10% short interest. Volkswagen went to 1,000 a pop, 1,200 in euros. Me personally, I think AMC could reach. So I'm gonna do some price targets. Yeah, I already did a video, guys, with giving you guys realistic price targets and why. But me personally, again, I don't want to like burst anyone's bubble or anything like that. But me personally, I think AMC is gonna reach like about $1,200 per share. I think it could possibly reach like 2K per share. I know people are like, oh, 10K, 100K. I don't think that. I don't think that. I think that like you got to start thinking about market cap at some point. Like you got to be realistic. Like market cap is serious. Like why is GME price dropping today? So I think GME's price dropped today because GME tends to follow SPY a little bit more. Again, it's going to follow SPY till it doesn't. There is some negative beta for GME, but it's not as much as AMC. I think SPY had a more effect on GME pulling it down. Also, I seen them use a ton of short shares to short it down. I'm looking at the charts. It really, so the thing with GME is kind of, I don't like just saying, hey, it was manipulation, because sometimes that the stocks are in a downtrend. Stocks have to move in a wave. They ebb and flow. So stocks do have to go up and down. So it's not always manipulation, but I I want to say with what I'm seeing on the daily time frame and on the 4 hour time frame for GME, like it just doesn't look right. Like this doesn't look like a natural move. We're seeing overextension to the downside on the Bollinger Bands, which means it's outside of the bands. Price always wants to bounce back inside of the bands. So again, I said this earlier, I think GME is going to make a V-shaped type recovery. You guys have me on record saying that. I think GME is going to bounce back hard. Again, we could see more downside, but the bounce back is going to be hard. Stocks are like springs, and the more that you try to push them down and compress them down, the harder the bounce back is going to be. And GME is outside of the Bollinger Band, and we have RSI on the 4 hour time frame. We have RSI oversold. So even at these levels, I'd probably say that GME is probably going to bottom out at this 22.92. We might see a little bit lower to about 20. I want to say 21. Let me see. I want to say. Let me see real quick. 2178, maybe. 2178. Retest. I think that's a little low. 2260 is another number I'd look at. Why do you say the cap? So, no, hear me out when I say that, because I know people lose their mind when I say that stuff. Hear me out when I say that. So, the cap is not like 1500, but I don't have a calculator in front of me to do the math, but at a certain point, you gotta start thinking about market cap. Once AMC starts to cost the same as Apple or like the most valuable asset in the man of history, which I think at like 100,000, it was like it was like all the money in the world, or someone did the math on it. Someone did a really good video on it, and it was like at 100,000, the market cap was like all the money in the world. So there's no way that, and I know people were like, oh, AMC to 1 million back then, but there's no way, that was lies, yo. Like some of these YouTubers lie, and that was a straight lie, yo. There's no way AMC is gonna hit 1 million a share. There's no way. There's no way AMC is gonna hit. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. If you believe that, I'm sorry. If you believe that, like, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but if you believe that, you're thrown off, man. You don't know enough about stocks. That can't happen, man. My approach to this is I try to be very, very realistic. That way I don't get raised expectations and don't raise my expectations too much. Also, I'm using brackets on the way up. That way I catch the gains on the way up. I highly suggest, again, not financial advice, but I highly suggest that everyone use brackets. I'm going to be, when the squeeze actually happens, I'm going to try to be live. Well, I am going to be live. And I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm going to play it just like I played the last run up. I'm going to play it just like the last run up. And I told you guys earlier, I was straight up with you, like, I'm not Matt Kors, I'm not Trade Trades. If I sell at the top, I'm telling you guys I sold. I'm telling you guys I took profit. I already tell you guys take profit. I already say take profit. So last time when it ran up to 72, whatever the case may be, I just say all-time highs because the numbers, there was a stock split that people forget about that changed the numbers. But I just say all-time highs. But that run up to all-time highs, I sold at 60. Then I bought back at 40, then sold at 60 again. If you look, there's a bull flag that happened for about 2 to 3 weeks after the big run up. And that was money, 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 money. Then when it went back down, I sold the rest of my like, I don't want to brag about it, but my position is risk free. Like the position has been paid for. That's why I'm not on here. Some people are like, why don't you be tripping about AMC? They think I'll hold puts or something like that. I'm not tripping because my position is free. And I'm not trying to brag about it, but it's something that happened. I've been trading since 2016. Like actively trading stocks. Like actually doing day trading and stuff like that. 2016. Obviously like 2020, like everyone, 2019, 2020 got big into day trading and swing trading. Market cap may hit 3 billion. You have the best DD on all YouTubers, and you don't get pissed at the shills. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Well, first of all, like, you gotta ignore haters. Like, first of all, I'm the one with the channel and the clout. If I don't acknowledge you, you don't exist. So the best thing to do is just ignore them. People always gonna hate, man. People always gonna hate. That's just, when you're doing good, people are gonna hate when you're doing good. And they see the calls. They like the receipts are on YouTube. They see the calls. They see the information I'm giving. They see the channel blowing up. So everyone knows what it is. Everyone knows what it is, and everybody's watching. I don't want to go on here brag, start sounding all arrogant, but yeah. All right, so let me see. Probably talk about the macroeconomy, unless you guys got any questions to kind of direct the conversation. I know it could be a little bit boring, probably just sitting here talking, hearing me talk. Again, I'm gonna get OBS hooked up right so you guys can get a little bit more entertainment during this. But the main reason why I made this channel was because I seen like a lot of YouTubers basically just straight like lying, like, I don't want to keep saying Trade Trades and Matt Kors, but they were the biggest ones, like straight, yo, they straight said some crazy things, man. You can sign up for the Discord. So I'm working on a website. I should probably do that sooner than later. I'm gonna have a website for you guys sooner than later to direct everyone to. But for right now, I just have everyone message me on Instagram and Twitter and or whatever you choose, and then just hit me up. You can pay via, I don't want to sit here and chill stuff, but you can pay via PayPal, Cash App, or even Bitcoin, like Bitcoin or Ethereum. I know a lot of people don't pay with that, but basically PayPal, Cash App. Just hit me up on Instagram or Twitter and just, hey, I want to get in the Discord, and I'll send you the invite. It's that easy. I'm gonna have a website sooner than later though to direct everyone to, and then you could just pay from the website and then just get in like that. But for right now, just hit me up on Instagram, Twitter. I link it down in the bottom of every video. But I don't want to sit here and shill a bunch of stuff. There's some weirdo. All right. There's always some weird person in the chat, right? Bless you, American Nightmare. God bless you. What are your thoughts on cost to borrow at? So people hate when I be talking about cost to borrow and stuff like that. They're like, cost to borrow doesn't matter. Listen, cost to borrow, the short interest, the FTDs are some of the most important things that we can keep track of, because price doesn't matter as much on AMC. Yes, we want the price to go up, but price isn't what we need to be watching. Price isn't what we need to keep our eye on. We need to keep our eye on what's going on in the background with the shorts, with the short interest. Is short interest going up? Is it going down? Obviously, it doesn't count for naked shorting and stuff like that. Obviously, there's definitely naked shorting. I'm not Adam Aaron. I believe there's naked shorting. I believe there's manipulation. But you want to watch these numbers because it kind of gives you a guide of what's going on. Also, Fintel, it's kind of messed up right now, but it gives you off-exchange short volume, which is a good thing to look at. But with the cost of borrow skyrocketing, cost of borrow is what I think is going to cause AMC to break. Like, I know it sounds dumb, but I think cost of these FTDs racking up the way they are, but I think cost of borrow is what's going to cause AMC to break, because cost to borrow is critical. Like, they're paying 800% right now to start a new short position. The 52-week low on AMC is, let's see, the 52-week low, I think, is what, 364 for AMC. We're at 429, so we're a dollar above the 52-week low, and they're paying 800% to start a new short position just to try to keep this thing down just a little bit. And if you look at what's going on lately, they have been becoming less and less effective at keeping us down. This is something I'm trying to drill into people's head, because I don't think they really see it, because maybe they not watch the chart as much as I do, but they're becoming less and less effective at pushing us down. That's why we're not back down at $3 right now. That's why we're sitting at $4.20, because they are trying to keep us down and they are trying to short us down, but they literally can't right now with this cost to borrow rate. And that's why cost to borrow is so important. Like, cost to borrow is the thing that can make this thing break. If we see cost to borrow go to like 1,200, 1,500%, like, think about that. Like, I think if we could see cost to borrow go to 12, 1,500%, like, that could actually cause the movement that we want to see MOAS. Like, that's just my personal opinion and thoughts on cost to borrow. That's why I always harp about cost to borrow, the threshold security list. And yeah, one of these things when a stock, like if you just seen a stock and you've seen a cost to borrow rate going up and you're like, no, oh, that's a good investment. No. But with the threshold security list, with the FTDs, with the cost to borrow, with the short interest, with being at near 52-week lows, when we have RSI trading under 30, when you have all of these things lining up, that is a potential short squeeze, and we know shorts are trapped, these are the things that get me excited. And again, these are the numbers that we need to keep. We need to keep an eye on. Do you think we squeeze this month? So, all right. So let me be very careful with this one. This lighter sucks. Do we think we squeeze this month? So, all right. So let me. Obviously, like I said, I always got to keep it real with you guys. I know that I said there is something I've been wrong on, and I'll go ahead and say this. I have been wrong about when the squeeze is going to occur. And let me just go in a little story real quick on why. Because with what I'm seeing and with the technical analysis is lined up the way it is, like, we're ready to go. We need that catalyst, the news. So if we get that news, that catalyst from the judge, I think we could squeeze. But AMC, because it's manipulated, the technical analysis does work, but you also sometimes need news to make that move, especially when it's something like, is the reverse split getting approved or not? Are we getting dilution or not? Is 8 illegal or not? These are major, major, major things right now. There are so many moving parts going on with AMC right now that are dependent on this decision. The only thing I think we need is this decision. Like, I think we're going to start, and I say this in the videos, I think we're going to start running to the upside. I think we're going to start seeing an uptrend because they're starting to lose control. But I don't think we're going to see that move until the judge makes their decision. Now, I don't want everyone to think, oh, well, it's over until the judge makes a decision, because if you try to time the market, I'm telling you, this thing could take off for any reason. And the judge, let's say, now this is on the more speculative side, but let's say a black swan event came, obviously, that is something that could cause AMC to MOAS as well. I think that, and I've said this in other videos, I think that the market coming to it, there's a lot of things that I think could cause AMC to squeeze. But do I think we're going to squeeze this month if the judge makes that decision this month? But everyone's trying to say that they know the judge is going to make a decision in 2 weeks. We don't know that. Anyone saying that they know when the judge is going to make a decision is lying. We don't know when the judge is going to make any decisions right now, and it could take up to 90 days. Also, another thing I want to point out is this falling wedge that I've identified in the videos as well. I think this is key. I know people be hating on the bars pattern. People hate the bars pattern, but it's not just the bars pattern. We have the sloping resistance matching, like it's all of that stuff that I talk about in the videos. The sloping resistance match with the bars pattern, match with the MACD on the weekly time frame being green, match with the Bollinger Bands on the weekly time frame starting to constrict. Like, all of these things are what are indicating that we are ready to pop if we get that news. Now, how high we go, that's another story. And it's all coming together so cleanly right now. Like, everything's coming together so cleanly. We're starting to see things break in the background. We're starting to see cost to borrow go up, because last time people say cost to borrow was already at 1,000%. Cost to borrow was at 1,000% for like a day. Cost to borrow is being elevated now for several days. Let me go. I'm looking at the cost to borrow right now. Okay, so cost, and I'm not talking about Ortex numbers. This is not Ortex numbers. Ortex is very speculative. I say this all the time. I use chart exchange. But so we had cost to borrow shoot up to 1,000%, and chart exchange charts it in chart form. So this is even better. It's a red candle to the downside as soon as we hit that 1,000% cost to borrow. What we have now is cost to borrow sitting at 800% with a hammer doji, which is at the beginning of most uptrends. That's why I like that this is in charts. And we have several green candles, full body candles. Like, this is cost to borrow being elevated at this level for several days. It's not just a quick, 1,000% cost to borrow and it back down. I think we squeeze with or without the judge's decision. So yes, of course. So yes, I do think we squeeze with or without the judge's decision. I don't think the squeeze is hinged on the judge's decision. Like I was saying earlier, I believe that all we need is time. All we need is time. We don't need a reverse split. We don't need anything to change. The status quo for the squeeze is fine. All we need is time. That's why I think that this reverse split is so dangerous, because it's changing the status quo. And again, I explained why I think the reverse split is bad. I'll go over it again real quick, but I think shorts will try to cover it, and we can look for, again, if the reverse split happens, I'm going to be looking for these signs. I'm going to look at short interest before the reverse split and right after this reverse split. If we see short interest take a sharp drop down, that's bad. If we see FTDs just disappear, and they will because the QSIP number changed, that's bad. We need these FTDs because the FTDs, again, like I said, are the only thing that's keeping track of all the fugazi shit going on in the background of ANC. The FTDs is the receipts. We need the FTDs. And what does the reverse split do? Give them a way to get rid of these FTDs and a process to cover it. All we ask if you don't fold. If I ever sell my shares, I will 100% announce it. If that's what you're saying, I will 100% announce it on the channel. If I ever sold my shares, like I'm not gonna. First of all, that's the craziest thing. I could never do that. I could never do that. I could never get on here and tell all you guys one thing while I'm doing another thing, and I could never. Like I don't know if Trey did this, but or Matt did this, but there's rumors that they sold at the like very top, and if I did that, like I would say I sold my shares. I would not say I'm holding a bunch of shares and tell everyone to hold while I sold. And there's other YouTubers where I heard they'll tell like there's crazy stuff. That's why I made a channel. There's crazy stuff like YouTubers will say it's about to go to the moon, and they'll pump AMC. And then I've heard, like, I'm not saying no names, but I heard that some people were in the YouTuber's Discord, and the YouTuber was telling everyone in the Discord buy puts and was buying puts, but the YouTuber was saying the squeeze was going to happen. Like crazy stuff like that. I don't even know why would you do that. It don't even make sense. And with puts on AMC, it's so dumb to play anyways, because you can get puts on AMC and it won't even make money because the IV crushed. Like it will go down and you won't even make bread. Like it doesn't make no sense. Matt definitely sold. Yeah, Matt sold, yo. Matt sold, I think, at like Matt sold at like 70, yo. I don't know if y'all remember that. I don't know if you guys watch Matt Kors, but yo, that was crazy when he was doing it. I don't know if you guys watched, but like he started going crazy in his head. Like you could see his eyes started to like, cause he streamed every day, his eyes got real baggy, and he just got like real like crazy. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, AG. All right, what else can we talk about? What else can we talk about? I talk about I know a lot of people think that the market is gonna rally to 72. I don't think he's good of a trader. I don't think he's that good of a trader, but yeah, I don't think Matt was that good of a trader because his TA sucked. That was another reason I started a channel. Yo, his TA was garbage. He had like 4 patterns. His TA was garbage, and who's the Asian guy? I don't want to sound racist, but the Asian dude was pretty good. His TA is all right. He has some decent information. Andrew Mo Money. He's actually still around. Yeah, but that stuff was pretty crazy. So, all right, not financial advice, personal, something I'm personally doing. And I might put this on a video, but SQQQ. So I don't know if y'all know what SQQQ is, but SQQQ is a 3x leverage index fund that goes up when SPY goes down, and it has a nasty falling wedge right now. 2 gap fills to the upside. I think SPY is going to crash. So I'm holding SQQQ, and also SQQQ gives you dividends, which is something I talked about to doing after the squeeze. I know it sounds boring, but again, these dividend funds and index funds pay dividends. Dividends lead to what? Passive income, and that's what I'm going to use after AMC squeeze, using that passive income to what? Keep the bag, maintain the money, and this is something I'm going to be talking about after the squeeze as well, is how to maintain the bag. Also, plays that we can look at. I'm going to be big into crypto, obviously, a huge Bitcoin bull, Bitcoin proponent, but there's a reason why. So I'm going to be talking about crypto plays, crypto a lot. I know someone asked me about XRP earlier. Oh, also, if you're in here, go ahead and press like. Please press like. Please press like. Share the video. I know it's late, but 1 a.m. on the East Coast. 1 a.m. on the East Coast. So shout out to anyone in here right now. I don't know what time it is on the West Coast, but shout out to you guys for being here. I know it's late. Yeah, new money. So with all the new money, definitely, like I said, big thing is going to be Bitcoin. And then if it has to break 45 to get the higher numbers. All right, so I'm going to do this question. Bitcoin, real estate, obviously, I think this is the AMC could cause a market crash. So buying key stocks, I'm looking at tech heavy. Definitely when tech has a pullback, and if we see a crash, I'll be investing in tech stocks, dividend stocks, to get that passive income. There's a dividend strategy that I want to come out to, and I don't know if people are big in dividends on this channel or not, but there's a dividend strategy I want to come out with and make public. But it's 3 stocks that you can get. I forget right off the top of my head, but it's 3 stocks you can get where you get dividends every single month. You get a dividend payment, and all you have to do is hold these 3 stocks. I think it's like Coke, Starbucks, and it's like a bank or something like that, a certain bank. But you hold these 3 stocks and you'll get dividends payments every single month. And then how high? The other question is, it has to break 45 to get the higher numbers, right? So, well, yeah, obviously it has to break the 45 to get the higher numbers. But I think you're asking is, well, yeah, once we break all-time highs on AMC, it's gonna start moving. It's gonna start moving. All-time highs is actually the key point that I'm looking at personally. So I have a few levels that I'm looking at. There's $6. $6 is a key level. You guys got to look at the gamma at $5. The gamma rent that we'll get. So $6 is the first level that we need to break. Then the next level we need to break is $8 to $12. It's the little golden box that I have on my chart all the time. I call it the golden zone. So that's the next zone we need to break. And once we break $8 to $12, getting to all-time highs is going to probably happen very, very quick, because there's little support and resistance after $8 to $12. And then also $8 to $12 is a level where a lot of shorts are underwater heavily. And especially with this cost to borrow rate and where we're at now, they're starting new shorts at these levels. So when we do get up to that $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, $11, $12 level, all of these new shorts are now underwater, and we could actually see some of these smaller positions start to cover and then drive this thing up. Once we get past that $8 to $12 and we start getting the gamma and the FOMO starting to kick in, we start seeing people say, oh, AMC's moving. You start getting new money in this, FOMO, gamma, stuff like that will run up to all-time highs. And then once we run up to all-time highs, all shorts from the beginning of this play that are being trapped, so all the big positions, the Citadels, what's Credit Suisse, all of these guys. What up, Lou from Wall Street? Lou from Wall Street back in the building. Press like. They said that wasn't you, the real you, Lou, last time. But I already knew you watched the channel. Shout out to you, bro. Now I lost track. But yeah, once we get past all-time highs, all of the short positions that are trapped, so that means the Citi groups, the Credit Suisses, all these big positions are underwater at all-time highs. All-time highs is the key level that I'm looking at. So once we get past all-time highs, I think this thing is going to start rocketing to the numbers that we're all looking for. And then me personally, I think that, again, I don't want to kill anyone's dreams, but I think we're going to cap out around 1,000, 1,200, 1,500. I do think we can go higher, but me personally, I'm taking my brackets and using it at 1,200. I'm putting 4 to 5. So I'm gonna explain my brackets real quick. I'm selling at 100. I have 100%, or I have. It doesn't matter how many shares I have. So you do it by percentages. So you sell 25, or if you, it depends on how many brackets you're using, but you sell 15% at a certain level. My level is 100 to 150 is my first bracket. So then you sell a certain amount of shares at that level, 15%, 20%, whatever the case may be. Then you go up to your next bracket, and this is how you capture the gains on the way up. And this is how you don't get caught, because I know a lot of people that held through that last run up. This is how you don't do that, okay? Listen, it might, like, people might say this is some shill stuff. No, this is real talk, so you can get some gains and walk away with this bag. So you need to sell at the next level, 15 to 20% of the shares. Again, you have a share block. You're selling at 150. You sell your first. I know this sounds confusing. Okay, let me start over. You have your share block. You go up to $100. You sell 15% of your shares. Then you go up to $200, $250. You sell another 15%. Then you go up to $500. You sell another 15%. Then at whatever your mark is, 1,000, 1,200, 1,500, you keep a percentage, about 5% as runners. That way you can capture, or try to capture, you play with the runners. But that way you're already sitting on a fat bag of gains that if this thing dips back down, like I was talking about buying at the 4060, when I did that, you can catch that. When this thing comes back down, if it gets a dip, you got a fat bag of gains, you can get back in that thing. Or you take your runners. Your runners is what you play with. Take your gains. You got to take your gains. Your runners is what you play with, your little 4%. And then you try to, but if you do the math with the brackets, you come out on top. You come out on top. And there's no way you're ever going to, like, if you are not an experienced trader, if you think you're going to buy the top or sell the top, you're even if you think you're going to sell near the top, especially in a move like this, you're not going to sell anywhere near the top. The top could be a big long wick that one person sold at. And the thing is, I think this is really nefarious, but I think the reason why Matt Kors and some of them were telling people to hold and pumping this hold narrative to whatever number narrative, I think they were trying to pump that because if you have people holding, they'll be your bag holders, while people like Matt Kors and Trade Trades sell and let this thing run up to numbers. Because if you're holding the bag, it's going to run up because you're holding their shares. But while people are telling you hold, they're selling. They're selling. That's a really nefarious thing that I think actually happened. I think a lot of the big influencers that were early in this, press like to make sure this video gets out there, but that were new to that were early to this, I think that's what something they were in. I think they were telling everyone hold. So I hope that makes sense to you. So if you have people holding because they said hold, so it goes to higher numbers, because if none of us sell, it's going to run up. Exactly. So it's going to run up, it's going to run up, it's going to run up. But those people are taking profits. If it approves, it should happen. If the reverse split, Lou says if the reverse split is approved, it should have happened already. Yo, I'm gonna be real with you, Lou. They tried to say your confidence was shaken, bro. They tried to say you weren't confident about the reverse split not happening. I said that's not true, bro. We know. First of all, I think the reason why I'm so confident and probably you were so confident is because we know what is going on. The ape was illegal. The vote was cooked. All of that nefarious bull crap that going on in the background. It's very, very obvious what the answer is to this question. That's why I said in the beginning of this video, I think the whole thing is, I think the whole court case was actually to spread FUD. I don't think the reverse split's gonna happen, but I'm not just gonna, let me keep it 100 with you guys. I'm not just gonna sit there and say, oh, I don't think the reverse split's not gonna happen, and not have a plan. Okay, so no, best believe I got a plan. I always got a plan. So best believe I got a plan, and that's why I'm not selling my ape. That's why I'm not selling my ape. Ape is your hedge, because ape will give you that bag when it converts. See, I wish they would just do AMC. I wish they would just do the conversion. They could even have their dilution. If they, not so much dilution, they could dilute to get money for the company. But I wish they would just do the conversion. I wish they would just, why do we need the reverse split? The reverse split is the dirty part of this. I'm telling you guys, the reverse split is the dirty part, yo. The reverse split is the part they're trying to get us on. I don't fuck with it. The reverse split is the dirty part because they'll get rid of the FTDs and they'll cover during it. And again, I would love to debate someone that supports the yes side and have an intelligent conversation. Again, I think that the community could benefit greatly from this instead of trying to divide the community, because that's another thing I think the court case was meant to do, divide and conquer us. But that way we could try to see maybe if there is a good thing from this reverse split. But guys, there is none. First of all, when the whole thing is losing the, and I know they're like, you're not losing your value. Yet you are losing a percentage of your shares. That is 100% fact. Your value stays the same, but your value can be lost when that new price comes back down to the original price. And like I said in the beginning of this video, the reverse split could be so dirty. They could do us so dirty with that reverse split. And I'm not trying to spread FUD. I'm trying to just spit facts here with you guys. They could do us so dirty with that reverse split because they could cover during the reverse split process. They could cover their shares, and that's why I'm gonna watch short interest when it happens. They could cover it and get rid of all the FTDs, all the receipts of all the bullcrap going on in the background during the reverse split process, and then make all of their money back that they spent from the last 3 years trying to short this thing down and battle us. They could make all of that money back by shorting this thing all the way back down to $5. And I made a story on my YouTube, a hypothetical situation of what would happen if AMC were to get the reverse split. And I did a hypothetical. I said that GME would squeeze without AMC, and I know this is gonna break some people's hearts. They're gonna hate me for this. I said GME would squeeze without AMC. I said that AMC would be shorted back to a new historic low beyond $1. From that $30, they would take it down to a penny. I don't know if they would take it down to a penny, but they would take it down to $1. Like, that's what I really feel like. That's just my personal opinion, though. I really feel like they'll make all their money back, shorten it back down, and they'll open up a fat short position because now they got out of their. The only way for shorts to get out of this is to cover. Right now, with the status quo that we have, with no reverse split, no nothing, all we need is time. Right now, the only way for shorts to get out of this is to, one, cover and buy the shares back from us, or AMC goes bankrupt. That is the only two ways that shorts can get out of this play. If AMC goes bankrupt, or cover and buy the shorts back from us for loss prices. Why do we need the reverse split? Why do we want to change the status quo when all we need is time? When the FTDs are the receipts? Why do we even want to take that risk of potentially the no voters being right, that the reverse split is a way to get rid of the FTDs? Why do we even want to take that chance? We don't. And I think that if people would hear me out, I think a lot of people would come around and say, yeah, nah, I don't think that's a good idea. Doesn't the reverse split give AMC the ammo to pay off the debt? Yes, that is something that I don't like saying yes or no voters, but that's something that people that will support the yes or support the reverse split. So yeah, it would give them a ton of capital, but why do you need to rob the shareholders? And all they need is the dilution. They don't need the reverse split. They just need the dilution. See, this is where you got to hear me out. We can have the conversion. We can have the dilution. I don't care, Adam Aaron. You can have your stupid dilution to save the company at shareholders' expense when all you have to do is make a product and we'll all go buy it. Because all you would have to do is say, this is how dumb it is. Adam Aaron could say, I made a teddy bear that says AMC, and we would all go buy it. He could make 8 dolls, literally. He could make 8 dolls and we would all go buy that crap, okay? And he could save the company. He could make little 2-cent China 8 dolls and sell them for $50. and we'll all go buy it with a crazy 1,000% profit margin. Why do you need to use shareholders? But whatever, you can get your dilution and you can get your conversion. But why do we need the reverse split? The reverse split does not. Your question was, the reverse split gives the ammo? No, it doesn't. The dilution gives them the ammo to pay off the debt. We don't need that reverse split. The reverse split is risky. It's the chance for them to get rid of the FTDs. It's the chance for them to cover their positions. It's the chance for them to make the money back, shorting it way down. It's all too perfect, and that's why I don't fuck with that fucking reverse split, yo. I don't fuck with it because it's too perfect. It's too perfect for them to get out of this thing and make all their bread back. All we got to do, they can have their dilution in the conversion. We don't need the reverse split. All right, you guys got any other questions for me? Any other questions? I'll probably go for another half hour on here. I'm gonna definitely do more lives with you guys. I really enjoy this. It's awesome talking to you guys like this. Getting to answer your questions live is awesome. So I'm definitely gonna do more lives. I'm gonna do more lives during the day, stuff like that. They're gonna be in this format for now, but I'm definitely gonna be doing more lives. We'll be talking about. Okay, I seen you message me on Instagram. But yeah, I'm gonna be talking about. And people like to ask me why I think that, or why I'm so confident in the AMC squeeze, because shorts, if you look at what's going on, shorts are literally trapped. Like I keep saying over and over again, all we need is time. Time is literally on our side, because time is what's taken this. I don't know if it makes sense to people, but with the time ticking and the amount of money that they're spending, you can't spend money infinitely. You cannot spend billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars and stay in business infinitely, especially with the rates and the economy and the downturn and the liquidity drying up the way it is. You can't do it, especially with the banks failing the way they are. And I think that this bank failure situation, and I think this is a lot of thing that has slipped in people's minds because they're not talking about it in the mainstream media. The bank failures are not done yet, first of all. And I think that the banking crisis, first of all, is not over. But secondly, the banking crisis is probably going to be. So this is the thing. The thing about like all the macroeconomics and the moving parts of AMC. Like AMC, yes, it's just a movie theater stock company. And when I say AMC stock, people get confused. And I used to say, well, AMC is going to go up when the market crashes, and people would get confused and say, well, how does that happen? How's a movie theater stock going to go up when the market crashes? Because the plumbing of the stock market, because of the short sellers, the way that you have to buy the shares back to cover your short position. So I think that all of these things are correlating and happening, and AMC is part of a big, massive puzzle that people can't even fathom. That's why I say I think AMC could cause a market crash, or the turn down in the economy is part of the AMC squeeze, if that makes sense. I'm trying to think how to articulate this, if that makes any sense. Something that the things that basically AMC Bigums points out. Like I know he's a yes voter supporter or whatever, but he does point out some really, really important things about the moving parts in the background and the macroeconomics. And these are things that you guys got to keep in mind, because the economy, even though some people think that the recession is not here, people are hurting. People are hurting right now, and I don't want to scare anyone, but things are about to get crazy. Like this thing's going to hit, and it's going to hit hard. It's going to hit hard. Like we're going to see, in my personal opinion, we're going to see a big downturn in the economy. And a lot of people are saying that the recession is not happening right now. I know people that are hurting right now. It's definitely a recession. Will you be rolling AMC Moas? Will you be rolling AMC Moss back into crypto? So this is going back to what, and I appreciate you, John. I appreciate you too. Will I be rolling? Yes. So definitely that was XRP, XLM, and XDC. Those are the three. Those are the three that have I don't want to say a narrative. There is a narrative there, but they have that's the trade. So if you're into crypto, there's another. They're like AMC's a play inside of stocks. XLM, XDC, and XRP are a play inside of crypto. I hold XLM, but I'm gonna be buying. So the way I operate with crypto is I am 50% Bitcoin, 50% altcoins. Sometimes I'm 50% Bitcoin, 45% altcoins, 5% meme coins. I'm very I'm risk adverse when it comes to cryptocurrency, but after being in the crypto market, I've learned to hold at least 50% of Bitcoin, because when you do get in those bear markets, you want to be holding Bitcoin over altcoins. Now, of course, when you're seeing that bull market, altcoins will outperform Bitcoin, but still Bitcoin makes a lot of gains. So it really works out to hold your portfolio at least 50% Bitcoin and then 50% altcoins. Now, if you want to take more risk, you can do that 5% meme coins. Meme coins are a position that I would move in and out of, but I would not put my whole bag in just altcoins. I would not put my whole bag in just altcoins. But if you look at some of the altcoins gains that we've seen over the last, so if you look at, I show this on my channel or on the video sometimes. So a crypto coin, KAS, is up 8,800%. 8,800% for the year. CFX, and this is in a bear market for crypto. CFX up 263%. OKB up 240%. ING up 515%. BCH up 160%. Matic up 29%. So like some of these coins have seen pretty big gains in this bear market. And once Bitcoin gets over this 31,000 level, you're going to see altcoins start to pump. I think Bitcoin is going to break that 31,000 level here soon. We're seeing a little bit of pullback. I want to make a crypto video because we could see a potential head and shoulders and a pullback back down to about, some people say it's going to crash back down to 16K. That's not going to happen. The lowest we could go back down for Bitcoin is about 26K. And that would be a steal. The lowest I think that we're possibly going to go is 27, 28. But me personally, I'm accumulating Bitcoin under 31,000. Anything under 31,000 is a steal. Bitcoin, in my personal opinion, again, this is not financial advice, but in 5 years will be, especially if we, like, with the inflation that's coming, it could be over $1 million a coin. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but it literally in 5 years could be over $1 million. In 5 years, it could be over $1 million. You can't print more of this stuff. Why they're printing more and more money? All they're doing is printing more and more and more money. And again, I use the analogy of the bank account. Go ahead and press like if you're in the comments or in the video. Press like. I do appreciate each and every one of you joining me for this late night chat. But I use the analogy of the savings account. So you have $1,000, right? And you have that $1,000 in your savings account, but inflation keeps going up. Does that $1,000 buy the same thing the next year and the next and the next? No, it doesn't. So that $1,000, the number stays the same. And this is something you got to think about in your mindset when you're building and protecting your wealth. The number stays the same, but it doesn't buy the same amount. It doesn't go as far. So they are literally stealing your value when they print money. And that's all they do. If you look at the M2 money supply, and this is a chart I'm going to put up on my channel and stuff like that and start showing you guys, the M2 money supply shows how much money they printed. And the money since they printed since COVID is absolutely off the charts. And it's going to drive inflation through the roof. And I know you guys don't think, like, if you look, the Fed says inflation's coming down, but if you guys go onto the grocery store, like, inflation's not coming down. Trajectory for the squeeze. I don't know what you mean by that, brother. Like I don't know what you mean. Trajectory, like straight up. You guys seen the bars pattern? Like it's gonna, I think it, and then I don't have the charts to show you guys, but I think it's gonna rock it and then come back down and then rock it again. So that's why I'm trying to suggest brackets. You definitely want these brackets. As an experienced trader, you'll never catch. Any experienced trader knows you'll never catch the top and the bottom, because if you're trying to catch the top and the bottom, you're being greedy or you're being fearful. And if you're being greedy and fearful, you're thinking with emotions, and then you're not trading right. Brackets. That's why I use brackets. If you're thinking with greed and emotion, you're not trading right. Go ahead and press like, guys. Press like. Help get this video out. I do appreciate each and every one of you stopping by. I know it is late, and I really do appreciate it. Definitely going to be doing more lives. You guys seem to really enjoy this, and I definitely really enjoy it as well. So definitely going to be doing more lives. Yeah, Moon is definitely inbound, in my personal opinion. Again, people like to say, why am I so confident in the squeeze? Because short to trap. Where are they going to go? Unless AMC gets bankrupt, that's the only way out. That's the only way out. I think he's saying trajectory and meaning person. That was a great breakdown of someone else's question. That flew right over my head. I think he's saying trajectory and meaning. I think he's saying trajectory, meaning, and your personal opinion on how do you see MOAS happening. Oh, that's, yes. That went over my head completely. And that makes sense. Thank you. Thank you, Alex. So how do I think MOAS could happen? Or some, again, this is very speculative, getting more speculative, but events that could cause AMC to squeeze, obviously black swans, God forbid, like some type of event happens in Ukraine, a nuclear event, God forbid, or an attack or something like that, or like the official start of World War III that causes a market crash. Anything that causes the market to crash. So anything, which could be a ton of things right now with this macroeconomics. So anything that causes the market to crash. I think if we see SPY go below, and I don't really like giving price points for like when the squeeze is going to start. When SPY goes down to a certain level, squeeze will start at this level, or squeeze will start then once SPY gets to this level. But I think once SPY gets past the current low, so at about I think it's 390 or 3,400, I think then we could see AMC squeeze. I think that the current low is definitely something that could be passed, but anything that makes the market crash could cause AMC to squeeze. The banking crisis could cause AMC to squeeze. Just time alone, because it could just happen. It could just happen. It could just be where shorts run out of money and don't have to borrow, or the backhanded order in the back room doesn't go through the way it was supposed to, or somebody stops wanting to play along and decides to go against another hedge funds, because hedge funds do go against each other. So that could be a potential catalyst for AMC to squeeze if we see, I guess, like portrayal or anything that doesn't allow them to continuing to put short pressure on it and do algorithmic trading back and forth and do crazy, insane put to call options like we see. So again, cost to borrow being at 1,500, 1,200% could be a reason AMC squeezes. Literally path of the chart. Trajectory is the literally path of the chart. It's going to be, I've showed this on the channel before. So I think that the fractal theory for AMC has merit. I think that the fractal or cycle theory, I don't know what to call it, but I think that has some merit for AMC. If you look at AMC, the patterns repeat over and over and over again. You see the same patterns over and over again. Like if you watch my channel and watch the technical analysis, AMC makes falling wedges inside of falling wedges, inside of falling wedges, inside of falling wedges, just bigger and smaller, bigger and smaller. So I think that we're going to see a big push to the upside, then come back down to about, I think, and I'll give you like a hypothetical price movement. So I think we're going to push up to about $30 and then come back down to like $16 and then shoot up to like 140. And then of course if we go anywhere past all-time highs, all shorts are underwater, new and old, that have been here for over 3 years. So that means the big short positions, the ones that because remember when AMC ran up to all-time highs, if you looked at short interest, it went to like 25% and then it went down to like 10, 12. There was a still solid like 10 or 12% of short interest that never dried up. And these are what I think are massive, massive short positions held by like Credit Suisse and the people spreading the FUD about AMC, Citadel. These positions are held by those players. The original, when we seen the first run up from like $1 to $20 and then the second run up to all-time highs, you've seen AMC short interest go to like 25 and then it came down after the run, but only like to like 10 to 12%. I don't think it ever went under 14%. I might be wrong, but I don't think AMC short interest after the first run up ever went under 14%. So once we get to all-time highs, those major short positions are deep underwater, and then obviously I think we could see those higher numbers all the way up into those 1,000 ranges that I think is a realistic price target. Some people think that 1,000 is not a realistic price target. I think that is a very realistic price target. Probably go for about 20 more minutes. It's about 1:30 on the East Coast here, 1:30 on the East Coast. I really do appreciate all you guys right now here chilling with me. A big, huge sell-off is coming. What do you mean, for AMC or for SPY? I would love to see Citadel go bankrupt. Yo, I think, so that's another thing like we got to think about, because like we're fighting like these guys, if they lose everything. So you gotta remember they're gonna be willing to do anything to make this not happen. Is 5,000 a realistic price target? That's getting like, yeah, if you're asking me like to, like, if I'm being real with you, bro, that's getting a little high. I don't know how to do the math for market cap. Let me see if I can look it up, because there's a way to do the number, and then how, I think it's the number times how many shares. I think it's the price target times how many shares outstanding, and you can find market cap. I guess I could just look up what makes market cap. The total value of the company's outstanding shares of the stock. So yes. So yeah, you would take so let's see what AMC's current shares outstanding. So we'll take AMC's current shares outstairs. So it says this is 1 billion, 1.4 billion. So I'm going to take that number. And I'm going to times it times 5,000. And then I'm going to look at Apple's market cap. It was... Bear with me for a second. I should like play video games while we do this. Like put video games on the screen or something. 14933. Times 5,000. What the fuck? Alright, this calculator is retarded whack. Hold on, I'm gonna figure this out for you guys. Because I want to know too. It gave me some fucking number squared to the 5th power because it's billions of shares times 5,000. And I'm gonna look at Apple's market cap. I think Apple's market cap is at like 2 billion right now. 3 trillion. 3 trillion for Apple's market cap. So we have to stay under 3 trillion. Alright, so I got my calculator. Let me get my numbers. Alright. Move this over here so we can see. One, 4, 9, 3, 8. 3, 1, 8. 3 times 5,000. $7 trillion. So yeah, 5,000 is too high. This is 7 trillion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let me see. This is a crazy number. It might be 700 trillion. Yeah, so we're starting to get into crazy territory at 5,000. We're almost 3 times the market cap of Apple at that number, at 5,000. All right, let's see if you guys got any other questions. So yeah, I would say 5,000 is too much, man. Someone said 50K, 50,000. Bro, that's like, yo, if you look up how much money is in the world, how much money is in the world, bro? And if you do 50K, The global M1 supply, which includes all the money in circulations, travelers' checks, demand deposits, checking, savings accounts, everything, okay, is 48.9 trillion. Bro, we already broke it at 5. No. Bro, we already broke it. These numbers are ridiculous. $15 placeholders on 49 trillion. We're almost there at 5,000. So you're at 7 trillion or at 49. So this was, yeah, so you're at 7 trillion at 5 grand. And there's 49 trillion. And so 5 grand is not all the money in the world, but 50,000 would definitely be all the money in the world. There's no way AMC could hit 50,000. There's no way. It's not realistic. Purchase XRP. I don't give financial advice. But me personally, I hold XLM. Now, as I said earlier, XLM, I think as someone else said it, XDC and XRP are all part of the narrative of being the future payment system and the exchange currency. So it's the currency that bankers are going to use basically to settle transactions. And if that is the case, if that really does happen, you would see those prices go, or those coins go to the moon. Yo, someone just pointed out that the U.S. is debt. Yo, someone that just put in a huge perspective, and that's why you need to buy Bitcoin. Someone just pointed out that the U.S.'s debt is 32 trillion. All the money in the world is 49 trillion. So you could barely pay back the debt with all of the money in the world. That is telling you that they are planning to default, and that's why I'm saying that they're going to bring in that new money system. They don't want to fix this new system. That's why it seems like they're dancing all the way to the end, because they don't want to fix this new system. They are just going to run it right into the cliff. They can never pay back that money. They can never pay back that money, and they're just going to keep printing and printing and printing to infinity, and they're going to print until a fucking Twinkie costs $5,000. Like, buy Bitcoin. One Bitcoin will always equal one Bitcoin. One Bitcoin will always equal one Bitcoin. And that's going to be worth millions and millions of dollars. The stock market has over 16 trillion. Man, that's a lot of bread. It says all the number in the world, money in the world is 48.9 trillion. Yeah, so there's 11, sorry, I apologize. There's 11 zeros and 48.9 trillion. 11 zeros, not 15. Imagine having $1 trillion. That doesn't even make sense. Who would need $1 trillion? I couldn't even imagine having $1 billion. Like, that would be crazy, right? Like, at a certain point, I don't get it, but like, I get hustling and flipping your bag, but at $1 billion, like, do you really need $1 billion? If you know what you're doing, you can make 100 grand work all day. If you know what you're doing, you can make 100 grand work all day. All right, let's see. Rich people are never satisfied and they always want more. Yeah, obviously, if you got to get to $1 billion, that shit is crazy, man. Like 1 billion, bro. What? Come on. Who needs $1 billion? What are you gonna do with it? You can't even spend all of it. You can't even spend all of it and give it to your kids. Like, it don't even make no sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. I appreciate all you guys chilling. It's about 1:41 on the East Coast here. So I'll probably go to like 50. I can't go past 2 though. I gotta smoke another blizzy and get to bed. Might not even smoke another one. Might just go to bed. Getting kind of tired. But definitely gonna be doing more lives with y'all. Definitely gonna be doing more lives. I love answering these questions, and it really helps direct the conversation into other aspects that I'm glad you guys are asking these questions because it really helps me go into um, subject matter that I've been wanting to talk about. I've been wanting to talk about the economy because I really feel like, and again, I don't want to sound arrogant or boastful, but I really feel like I have really good, solid information about what is coming up ahead, and I can help people prepare and get ready for what is coming. I think that I can help people also build wealth, especially after we get this MOAS bag. Um, and just give out a lot of good information, and of course make a great community, network with all of you guys, communicate with all you guys, and all of us just get money. You know what I mean? Like, I know that sounds dumb, but fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, all of us get money together and navigating the market. Yeah, but me personally, a huge Bitcoin bull, and we'll be taking a lot of MOAS gains. Right now, Bitcoin's starting to pull back to the upside. It was back down to 30K. It hit a slight wick in the 29.8K. I wish I could have bought some more. Like, I'm like dying to buy Bitcoin at 28K right now. I would love to buy some more Bitcoin at 28K right now. I feel like I'm hoping I get another chance to buy the dip. If you're just coming in, press like. I appreciate y'all. Press like, subscribe. Appreciate y'all joining me on the late night. Definitely press like. But Bitcoin, um, like I said, it might come back down to about 26K at the lowest. I'm thinking 28 is the floor right now, 27, 28. But I'm dying to buy some Bitcoin at uh at 28K right now. If I see it dip down to 28, I'm gonna definitely grab some. Again, I'm accumulating under 30,000. It's literal, like I showed. I don't know if you guys seen my crypto videos. Definitely check out my crypto videos where I show you guys the rainbow chart, and it has the fire sale territory. Anything under 30,000 is fire sale on Bitcoin. Fire sale. It's gonna be a historic low. Like, in my personal opinion, not financial advice, but 30,000 in a year from now is gonna be a price that you'll never be able to buy Bitcoin at again. In my personal opinion. You guys got any questions for me? Probably go for another 15 minutes here. BRKA price 500,000. Yeah, but how many shares? That's something that people point out. That's why I like talking online. Yeah, but how many shares do they have outstanding? The amount of the price of the share doesn't matter. It's how many shares outstanding. Look at market cap. So you want to look at BRKA market cap, because Apple is the most expensive company. I think Apple is the biggest company at 3 trillion. 3 trillion. So Berkshire Hathaway is not going to be over 3 trillion. I think Apple's one of the biggest companies. So the price of the stock doesn't matter. It's market cap that you have to look at. And AMC has a lot of shares. These live chat videos are fire. You should do these early in the week. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing these more often. You guys are gonna see a lot more live streams. So I'll probably start dropping a video a day, and I don't take, this is not a promise, but I'll probably start doing a live stream per day. I'm at least doing them a couple times a week like this here. Definitely gonna do more live streams. So you guys definitely gonna see more live streams during the day. But yeah, they are fucking fire, yo. They are definitely some good ass information on these, and again, covering a lot of subject matter that I really wanted to go over and talk to you guys about. I don't claim to be some kind of prophet or anything for finance, but I definitely have some solid information for you guys. Live stream 2 times a week. Yeah, that sounds about, yeah, 2 times a week. That sounds about right. Shit, that might be what I do. That sounds about right. All right, we're starting to see Bitcoin push up. Last time I gave out this buy signal on Bitcoin, it went from 30,000 up to 31.5K. I called out the buy signal. That was like a good 5% run. It looks like we're about to push back up to about 30.6K on Bitcoin. So not a big major breakout, but the key level that you guys want to look for is this 31.5K. And that's exactly where we wicked up to. And that was my exact price target for this breakout, 31.5K, which I called on my last video. I said Bitcoin would go to 31.5K. In fact, it's doing exactly what I said in my last crypto video. I said Bitcoin would go up to 31.5K and then come back down and then go back up over 31K. So now the last part of this prediction would be Bitcoin off of this low we're seeing, off of this 29.5K, shoot back up to 31.5K and break over it, if I'm right. So you guys have that on record. A lot of people don't watch my crypto videos as many as watch my AMC videos. A couple of you guys do, but definitely check them out. Definitely check them out. How do you get the name Data Zero? I got the name Data Zero from, so a lot of people don't know this either, is I had a channel well before this channel. I had a channel way before this one. And it was about cybersecurity, coding, hacking, networking, stuff with computers, servers, how to build websites, how to protect yourself from different types of attacks, how to perform different types of attacks. And my name was Stealth Data Zero on the channel. It was Stealth Data Zero, and then people just started calling me Data Zero, and they just dropped the stealth. And then that channel got actually taken because YouTube don't like that type of content. It only allows certain creators to make that type of content, these really big main creators. And if you say the wrong thing, it'll wipe you out. So I lost that channel, but that name carried over because I did have a good reputation from that channel. So I wanted to keep the name because I kept building this name, had integrity, and I kept that name, and now I am called Data Zero. I probably, if it was only about stocks, would probably have a different name, but Data Zero is staying. I built a lot of integrity to this name, to make sure that, you know, when you hear the name Data Zero, it's like, oh, that guy's a scammer. No, that guy is legit. You know what I mean? Because your name follows you everywhere. If you start scamming people and you call yourself the same name, like everyone's blaring. Oh, did I lose you guys? You guys good? A thumbs up. I don't know if I lost you guys. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Press the thumbs up. Yeah, we're good. Press the thumbs up. Probably go for a couple more minutes here. It is 1:50 a.m. on the East Coast. Man, I really appreciate you guys. I keep saying that, but staying like going on 2 hours, y'all. 2 hours in the stream. Definitely gonna be doing more streams. I'm probably gonna stay on this till 2 o'clock here. Yeah, I'm getting some some glitching. So probably a good time to wrap it up. I'm gonna go to 2. I see it glitching a little bit. Should be a good connection. All right, so what we got? Monday to open the week, Friday to close the week. Bitcoin got over 42K at one point. Yeah, Bitcoin went to 69. Isn't that crazy? 69K. Yeah, Bitcoin went to 69K. Yeah, the all-time high for Bitcoin was 69, almost 69 on the dot, 69 and then 047. It's crazy. Fucking crazy. I think this bull run, so I'm thinking Bitcoin is going into a new bull run. I showed you guys, again, check out my Bitcoin videos, but I show you guys why. First of all, on the monthly time frame, we have a monthly flip of the MACD, and then on the weekly time frame, we have buy signals. Last time we had these buy signals with the flip of the MACD, so not just one indicator, but 2 indicators. So the buy signals on the weekly time frame on the super trend, and then the monthly MACD flipping bullish. Last time we had that, we had the bull rally from 3,000 all the way up to 69,000. And that was the last time we had the monthly flip. And then the last time we had the monthly flip before last time we had those 2 signals. And we're also breaking out of a massive falling wedge on Bitcoin right now. I think it's going to go past the 69K on this bull run. I think it's going to go to at least 80 to 100K on this bull run, then pull back down to about 60K, 60, 50K. So the next bear market for Bitcoin is going to be like 50, 60, 40K at the worst. You're not going to be able to get Bitcoin for 30K, I'm telling you. 30K is going to be a historic low. You guys have me on record saying this. When it's 2 years from now, Bitcoin historic low is going to be 30K. So when it's 2, 3, 4 years from now, and we're in the next Bitcoin bear market, and you can't get Bitcoin for 30K no more. Remember I said Bitcoin under 31K. I've been accumulating. It's going to be a historic low. You're not going to be able to get Bitcoin for under 31K in 2 years. You're not going to be able to get it. It's going to be at 50, 60, 70K, maybe even higher. I mean, with the way the inflation's going, like we could see Bitcoin's making a MACD cross here in the 1 hour time frame. So again, my prediction was that it would come up to that break from this 29,000, go up to 31.5K, which it did, come back down to 29K, which it did, and now the next part of that prediction would be Bitcoin breaking above and holding 31,000 is what I said in my video. So we'll see if that happens. Till the next. Peace, Alex. I'll see you, brother. Everyone have a good night. It's 8 p.m. in Hawaii. Oh, so it's like perfect time in Hawaii, right? It's like perfect time. Parole, I just realized they were life. Appreciate you, Alex. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap it up here too, guys. I would love to stay and chat a little bit longer. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. So if you guys got any questions, go ahead and ask them. Definitely gonna keep up the good work. What up, PMC Trades? Just hopping in. Press like. Press like. You missed it. Lou was in the building. Eight Father was in the building. Um, they watched the channel. I always knew they did though. Everyone watches this channel. All of them. All the AMC YouTubers watch this channel. I didn't know at first, but then I started seeing me influence them. And stuff I would say, they would repeat stuff like that, which I don't mind. I don't care. I want everyone to grow and be better. But yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you that came in tonight. Wrapping it up here. Again, it's 1:57 here on the East Coast. Man, I really appreciate you guys coming in, saying what's up, press like to make sure this gets out there. I'm going to be doing way more lives, definitely going to be doing more live streams to make sure you guys get this hardcore information and get this communication back and forth so you guys can ask me questions. This was really fun. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And again, as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.